there's 4 strong mages in the 1v1.
Yeah. It does, 100% depends on these guys. We would definitely love to see variety, but again, that was extremely exciting, so.
There is just so much beauty in playing or watching a good Kalista. Makes me quite sad that she's kind of out of the meta.
Honestly,
now.
I like just seeing anything played good. You talk about a good Kalista. I had fun watching a good Garen play yesterday,
I've
right?
never seen a good Garen.
I thought Peke was pretty good enough.
I don't know. Did you see his build, man?
Yeah. I mean, the play, right? That's not play.
I think if Peke actually built right, I would have enjoyed that Garen game, but it was just abysmal what he ended up buying. Did get the sexy double kill.
All right, well, back to this 1v1. Maple did take that victory in the opener. This is a best of 3, by the way. That means if he takes this game, what does it mean, Krepo?
What does it mean? It means he wins. That's how best of 3s work. If you win 2 games, you generally tend to win.
Sometimes you gotta spell it out for him. All right, Uzi now, seeing the light, hovering again on the cannon. Now, Katarina, I'd love to see it, but definitely not good in the 1v1 scenario, so.
Also has that hidden passive that Yasuo has where she deals more damage on the enemy team as opposed to yours.
It's a tricky one. Not able to counter. Varus is actually very likely. Did he actually already lock that in?
Yeah, it's locked in.
Green
border means it's
border is gone, so. Oh, Uzi also gonna switch it up. I like it. We do get the variety here. And it'll be Maple's second attempt.
I mean, this matchup is...
Oh, wait a second, yeah. The thing is flipped. Let's see if Maple can get on the board as well.
We've seen this matchup in particular before. Some of the limiting factors is mana on the Lucian. And you basically want to get really efficient E's out as you dodge a Varus E yourself. Just get out of the hail of arrows, then double tap, into Q double tap. Both these champions really good at harassing through a minion wave. Yeah. Very hard to position. Shorter range on the Lucian though sometimes gets punished.
Definitely true. However, I mean, last time the Lucian was played so well, it made it actually look really difficult for the Varus player. We'll see how well Maple does though. You know, that's why a lot of these mid laners, the AD carry they're defaulting to is the Varus because he's so often played in the mid lane.
Yep.
And they just feel comfortable with those skill shots.
But the biggest switch up with Varus in the mid lane is just the fact that you're playing on this map. The location of the brushes as well as the relic spawn is just such a big influencer.
Yeah. I mean, you obviously do want to shoot your skill shots from Fog of War. To try and take away some of the time that the enemy does have to react to them.
It is all up to seeing if Maple can match Uzi's skill in terms of that relic contest. Because that's honestly where he's been fantastic throughout the entire of this tournament.
Yeah. I mean, there is some randomness to the second spawn, but it always does start at 215, right? Plus, if someone doesn't take it right at 215, then it's really hard to judge.
Minions have spawned.
All right. Both defensive.
Yeah.
I can feel the pressure.
Tension's definitely there. Quick look-see at Maple's Runes of
Even
Master.
Toro down there.
Maple, ooh, nice adaptation. 15 armor in this kit. 14% attack speed. 8.5 physical damage.
Oh, so he's taking even more armor than last time.
Normally it's like around 8, I believe. Just doubling up.
9 is just yellows, just flat yellows.
So he's going also 18-0-12 heavily into the resolve tree here. It's a style that Uzi used to go for mastery-wise, but Uzi generally goes more offensive in the runes. We're just going to confirm that here. Yeah, Uzi's only running 9 armor on her.
That was a weird path there by Maple right through those range ones, but he does.
Look how little damage he's taking from these minions. Like, he can actually fake Uzi into a trade. Like, if you're so used to trading patterns that you win, say 3 minions plus me in a bad spot, it's going to make it win. The problem is that when Maple runs this much armor, these minions are almost doing no damage to him. And Uzi is speccing more into mana regen. Again, his glyphs are so heavy on mana regen. He's running 6 or 7 of them.
If we go back to that Uzi checklist for 1v1s we talked about, though, step number 1 has always been wave control.
Yep.
He's got it yet again. Hit that level 2, pushing into the turret. Even though it did cost him CS, he has it on Maple's side of the map.
Maple looking for brush control again. Nice dash from Uzi. That's what you're looking for. And then a double tap maximum value for CS lost it, which he can leverage, just as you were saying, into minion push.
Meanwhile, Maple, got to compliment him for his dodges on the Qs that Uzi's been doing, but there's that relic contest you're talking about for Uzi.
Tanking a cannon creep here, so Uzi's very happy with that. Ignite from Maple comes out. Resets. If Uzi can get away, it's good for the summer trade.
Cool down there on the Q, so no arrow gonna come out in the chase.
I love the flow though. He baits Maple to contest the brush, dodges the hail of arrows with his dash, gets the relic, and then baits the summoner right now. If Uzi can punish really quick right here, he's in a good spot.
Good trade from the brush. Doesn't dodge at the very end, but still pretty nice one there. Maple actually pushing this one right into the turret, and Uzi may lose out.
So creative from Uzi to wait instead of basing right there. Messes up some CS. Forces Maple to stay, however. But not a good dash. Almost predicts where it's going to come. He knows exactly where the hail of arrows goes mid animation, so he doesn't even have to look at where it's landing.
Still though, Maple, you know, pushes it in, does get that pretty decent CS lead. He's running low on mana now, so mana is definitely going to be more of an issue for the Varus at this stage than the Lucian.
Yep, and definitely so. That plays into the Warlord's effect as well. If Uzi is not continuously getting poked, he will just eventually sustain up to 100% just like Maple will. But then we're looking at higher mana for Uzi, full HP on both, and a summoner's advantage. So that is what he is looking for right now.
All right, the ranged minions also building up for Uzi this time around, so this exchange in the brush. Maple's going to have to retreat into his brush because he tanked a lot of cannon shots there.
Yeah, and he ran completely out of mana.
That's why Uzi has the confidence here to move up aggressively. See what the first purchase is. Maple want to freeze maybe and try and deny more minions. He already has a pretty sizable minion lead. Uzi's not going to let him do it.
No, definitely negating that possibility. Uzi always kind of fake basing versus. Oh, I love that Q. That was great to see there from Uzi.
Yeah, and if he gets away with this recall as well.
Still pretty equal.
Oh, he doesn't have enough mana.
Nope. Can see him leave.
You can see him, but can't touch. You can look, but
can't touch this.
All right, both of them going to get off the recalls then. Pretty even. Just that 3 CS lead. Again, the attack speed focus here for Maple.
Ooh, that's...
This one for Varus. So, Varus, you do want to try and get... I mean, you can say, hey, he'll stack up that passive and then try and pop it. But it is going to be kind of difficult unless you're saving your hail of arrows to pop it.
Remember, at level 6,
unreliable.
You have another third spell that you can weave into rotation. I think that's what you end up doing. You slow with the hail of arrows.
Yeah.
Triple attack, tap, tap on the Q.
An ultimate that is one of the most notorious skills in the game from people missing.
It looks so comical. We need like a surprise party Maple, surprise party Varus fun, just so you can get comical effects. Uzi aggressively going for the contest. Look at the culling coming out as well. Maple trying to sidestep, it's so hard.
Oh my.
Love that play. Uzi knew, even if he loses the access to the relic, he will get level 6 versus level 5 because he played the earlier lanes better. This was... It can't all be coincidence. There has to be planning to this guy.
He's good, as well as smart.
Good. How good's Uzi? Turns out Uzi's pretty good at League of Legends.
Pretty good. I don't know if there are any Curb Your Enthusiasm fans. Maple here, though, is sustaining as well decently. Has to chug through all the potions to even up that health. It is enough, though, that he can stay for some extra minions, which he really does need. You can't afford to have another poor purchase.
Ooh, max channel Q. Doesn't do too much damage.
Yeah, it does almost none, actually.
It's an activator for stacks. That's all it's built for. It's a rank 1 Q that you just want to block that passive from Varus, % health.
Fumbles the minion there. Each one does actually count here. Pretty intense as far as the mid game goes. Just think about late game, though, and what the picture is going to be like, because this culling is such a huge tool. And it's, even if you miss the beginning, or you miss half of it, or you miss the end, it's still going to provide a lot of value. Whereas the Varus ultimate, you miss your Varus ultimate, out the window, 0 value.
It's over, yeah.
And the Lucian just smashes you. So,
Uzi
a lot more pressure on the Varus.
Getting comfortable with dashing into the minion wave for double taps with the Maple. He has enough AD to make it worth to win that trade, as opposed to the minion damage that he's taking. It's one of those adaptations that you can make. Oh, look at the weaving of these double shots in the passive. That's an ult from Maple, disengaged, but bad stack proccing. Maple not optimizing that passive.
3 stacks on him now. He's going to back up, does get the Q, but he's no exit.
Done for.
And Uzi is going to be your 1v1 champion.
He came into the tournament wanting to prove his individual skill here at All-Stars, and he's done it in a fashion that is utterly impressive, honestly. Molding the AD carry style with a hybrid efficiency, with that resolve 3, and honestly, playing it to perfection.
I'm also glad he got one victory in there with the Mage, with the Syndra in the mirror match as well, just to prove that he can also do it that way. Incredibly impressive performance here from Uzi.
And if it's picking up poorly, the crowd is not booing him for a CS victory. They are actually, in fact, chanting Uzi's name.
Uzi.
Yeah, that's his name. Loving the crowd chants, though, so far.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they're really getting into it. Let's take another look at it here, though. Even if you do hit that Varus ultimate, I mean, you talked about the passive stacking. You only got one in there before the Hail of Arrows, but this right here,
like, why is he going for
just
that?
straight walks up.
I think he knows he was done for. I love the early barrier, exhaust mirror. Makes it so easy to land that going.
And this is a guy, I mean, he's been touted as one of the best AD carries for so long.
Yeah.
And always the first thing you mention with him is the laning phase. You know, obviously he has done a lot of really intense mechanical plays on the world stage, you know, in semifinals and stuff, but the laning phase has been one of the #1 things that everybody will list.
Yeah, and especially if you go back in time and you look at some of the stuff he was pulling out, he was very kind of doing it first in terms of the laning phase. He was the first AD carry to kind of maximize, like, weaving in auto attacks in between, trying to CS. Now, everything is so common, you know, and AD carry has been solved a little bit, but for me, watching Uzi in his prime in the early days, like around Season 3 as well, it was just so beautiful to watch how far ahead he was of the other AD carries.
Yeah, especially the animation canceling, because, like, yeah, you know, there are some champions that animation canceling is super high value, and you notice it a bunch. And a lot of the AD carries, it's not quite to the same point like Riven or something like that. But it seems like every single AD carry champion that he plays, he's saving like that millisecond between the exchange, getting the auto off instantly after his spell.
It's walking in the right direction.
Pretty to watch.
He would always play, like, have good wall tumbles on Vayne, for example, to just get the Q out a little bit sooner. It's just so satisfying to watch your player kind of solve how you need to play a champion, and then other people could follow up. He wasn't the only one in the time, but he's definitely a legacy player for me.
Yeah, I mean, if the Hall of Fame, you know, does get built for League of Legends, I think he's
right next to Kobe.
He's got
there will be Uzi right there, but that's enough for us, guys. Let's send it down to the stage to Dash, who's on